Dennis is out, Harvey Hill comes back in, so Eckersley's at fullback. Miskey, Kieran, Wardle and Marshall in the star-studded back line. Hampshire partners Smith in the halves, and Cruz Leeming is in control of the dummy half shirt in the absence of Brad O'Neill, who sadly is out for the season. 4 forwards on the bench for the Warriors: Mago, Dupree, Hill and Walters. What about the visitors then, Lee? Well, they make 2 changes from the trip to Castleford as Dan Norman and Lewis Brogan drop out of the 17. Matt Davis is recalled and Matt Moylan is back. Moylan will start at fullback. McIntosh, Hanley, Latelli and Charnley in front of him. Hughes again partners Lamb in the halves. Trouty, Pape and Mulhern will start up front, with Dwyer, Hardacre, Penny and Davis starting on the bench for the Leopards. Well, a huge game in prospect tonight. Delighted to say that Barry McDermott is alongside me for this one. And Barry, 2 teams with plenty to play for. Who are we looking for tonight?
Good evening, Mark. Good evening, everybody. I think these 2 players will definitely get over the white stripe. I went back and watched that game in round 16, 24 points to 6, Wigan won. In truth, they only broke away in the final quarter, and it was largely down to Jake Wardle. On fire he is at the minute over on the right side for the Wigan Warriors. And then on the Leigh Leopards side, Josh Charnley, who graced this field for the Wigan Warriors. 164 tries in 173 appearances for Josh Charnley. Try scorer last week against Cass, could have got 3, possibly 4 last week, but the Leopards did enough to get over a stubborn Cass Tigers.
Well, they've got 5 in 3, Josh Charnley, and he's only 3 behind Danny Maguire in second place on the Super League all-time try scorers list. Good crowd building up here. Plenty made the short journey as well from Leigh. Looking forward to this one. Will the Warriors be going top of the Super League table tonight? Or will the Leopards significantly enhance their playoff ambitions? All will be revealed. It's the 3rd meeting of the season. They went head-to-head just a month or so ago, and Leigh pushed Wigan very close on that occasion. Took a couple of great tries from Wigan to get the victory on that night, Barry, and it's going to be interesting to see what type of game we get tonight.
Absolutely. The side story to this evening, of course, Tuesday night, not normally known for putting rugby league fixtures on, but of course this round 2 rescheduled fixture is vitally important. The Battle of the Borough, Wigan versus Leigh, is always a hotly contested game, but they're in for a mental and physical ultra-marathon. 3 games in 9 or 10 days. Coaches will have to manage the players. It'll be about recovery and making sure they're optimal when it's game time.
Well, you were talking about great try scorers. There is one of the very best, Billy Boston, 90 years old today. He's guest of honour here for the Wigan Warriors. He is loved in this part of the world, and rightly so. Rugby League royalty in the building. Billy Boston is here, his face on the front of the programme as well, and Wigan, as they always do, respecting their heritage, and one of the best ever to play the game right
now. What a
there.
man, what a guy he is. You can just see the great Martin Offiah just slightly down, sat down, probably typing some of his social media, Martin Offiah, but Billy Boston, what a player he was. I never got to I never got to see him live, Mark. Never got to watch him in real life. Was he a good player live? I'm asking you, was he a good player live?
Come on, Barry, come on. Come on. We're waiting the 2 teams out here. Who are you going for tonight, Barry?
Hey, listen, I think it's going to be a very tight game, and that energy battle will be crucial, making sure you respect possession, defending with the figure and the ferocity that both of these teams do. I hope there's a hero steps forward and it's not fatigue and a mistake that determines the winner. I think Wigan start the favourites. I think the quality within the ranks is in the home team, but the character in the Leigh Leopards means you never count them out, do you?
Well, there's no Jay Field, there's no Bevan French, there's no Brad O'Neill for Wigan. Leigh have got players missing as well, but both will be confident of getting the points they need tonight. Chris Kendall is the official in the middle tonight. Ben Thaler, our video referee this evening. This should be an absolute cracker, and for all that Leigh have achieved, having got back in the Super League, they've been to Wembley, they've won the Challenge Cup, they've made the playoffs, but they haven't knocked off their nearest and dearest since they came back in, and that'll be one for the checklist that they'll want to put right tonight.
But one of the things this team, this group of players, and the coach himself thrives on is rewriting that history, as they did last year in the Challenge Cup final. Of course, 14 in a row Wigan have won at the DW Stadium. But what would be better for a Leigh Leopards player and fan? Take that away from them.
It would indeed. Tuesday night Super League, could get used to this here at the Brick Community Stadium. It's the cherry and white of Wigan, it's the black and gold of Leigh, and we're about to get underway. Harry Smith will hoist it high towards the Leopards try line, and they will get first use of the ball, and they'll bring it forward here, and the ball carried by Mulhern. It was a real physical battle here a month ago. They went at it hammer and tongs from the very first whistle. It's a busy period for these two teams. It could be a crucial period for them both as well, as they chase off their playoff aspirations.
It is a factor, Mark, but we won't keep talking about it. The fact that they played Thursday, they will have to play again at weekend, both of these sides, but you cannot ease your way into a game of this magnitude.
They get first use of the ball. Papa in a dummy half will pop the ball up again to Mulhern, working the middle of the field.
But they're good last week. Mulhern, Edwin Pape, terrific charge and try from both of those players.
Give 10 you boys.
Lamb goes high downfield. Miskey collects it,
play on.
Brings it forward. Full tilt, bounces off one. Wow, what a carry that was.
Plenty in that one, wasn't there? Shoulder in. Kai O'Donnell believing the Leigh Leopards at the end of the year, but been a star performer throughout his time in this country.
I think he's going to be really hard to replace, Barry. I think he's been outstanding from the minute he joined the Leopards. Here's a possible 40-20 attempt. Now this could be bouncing just in the field of play and just short eventually when it goes in the touch of the 20-metre line. It was a decent kick in the end, but it was hard in the mouth time just for a moment for Harry Smith.
He had that covered, didn't he, Matt Moylan, watching that ball. Harry Smith in the kicking game. A lot of teams this year, the kicking game is about kicking teams in the corner, compressing your defence and making it difficult for your opposition to gain momentum.
I was here on Thursday, and Huddersfield, I thought, showed a bit of a blueprint. They got after Harry Smith. They didn't give him a second all night, gave him a torrid night.
Don't go early. Go on.
The ball now, Pape gets it away. Wigan defending well. And Semba's in there defensively. Thompson. Cade Ellis as the ball now works its way forward. Adrian Lamb back on his old stomping ground. Yet to beat his former club as coach. Up towards halfway come the Leopards, and a set restart as well. That will be very well received. That was late in the tackle count, so the first advantage goes the way of the Leopards. They start the set 10 metres over halfway. Leotelli takes it forward.
Move, Harry! Wait, go.
All centre field, 30 away.
Harry!
Here now is Trout wrapped up.
Move!
Pape waits. Hughes to his right. He'll go to Asiatu, gets it to Lamb. Lamb wanted to offload that, had to take the tackle. 21 away. They're lined up right here. And then Pape now will get it to Asiatu. Finds Hughes, who puts it on the ground. And well, that was a forward in the half-back's role on that occasion.
Yeah, he's a great ball handler and wonderful player, Jack Hughes, but it's not his regular position. Interestingly, from the Wigan Warriors, up really quick on the edges. You can see there's a little bit of hesitation in the mind of Jack Hughes. Lachlan Lamb abandoned and pulled out of the play over on the opposite side. So Matt Peets and his coaching staff have identified that on the edges, on the fringes, that's where the danger is. Players like Kyle O'Donnell, who we've mentioned, and Frankie Holton, they'll look to negate that.
They will. We can get the ball back then. They'll be looking through Leeming to break out of their own 30. They can't do that on this occasion. Good defensive work from Pape and O'Donnell. Ball goes up the middle here with Ellis. He's having a fine year for the Warriors. Leeming gets it away. Thompson goes into contact, never one to shy away from the physicality up front. Thompson. Leeming gets it away. Ball from Hampshire back to Farrell, who late try wrapped up the win here. And now Smith goes high. Matt Moylan waits just outside the 10. Moylan catches it. He will bring it forward. What's the chase like? It's pretty good. And he's pushed back and pulled back inside the 10. What an effort from Wigan.
It's better than good. It's fantastic. Exactly what they wanted to do. Taking meters away as they work hard from markers as well, Wigan. You and I were talking before the game about the bench. 4 big men on the bench, so it's going to be in the middle where they're going to rotate those forwards and keep the intensity high.
Charlie certainly have an eye on Danny Maguire. Just 3 tries in front of him on the Super League all-time list. As Asiata carries, he's wrapped up. They're only 30 out here. This is the last tackle incoming. So Lamb is the go-to man. Leeming tries to get him, but Lamb's too quick for him. Kicks downfield. Eckersley reaches out and catches it on the full. He's a good runner of the ball, and he's up to the 40. So advantage, you would say, to Wigan just at this moment.
Yeah, absolutely. They're threatening through the defence. Ball is caught on the full. Zach Eckersley, hasn't he been good since he's got into the team? Whether he's on the wing, in the centre, or playing at fullback as he is this evening.
Yeah. This fella's not so bad either. Wardle tackled on the 40. Working forward they go now. Offload, a good one as well. Havard over halfway. So Wigan now looking to try and put Leigh back on their own line as Leeming out a dummy half. Ooh, strong tackle goes in there, and Jack Hughes didn't miss, and Smith's not happy with him for the challenge. Fair play to Leeming, he's up quite quickly, but Chris Kendall will want to just have a look at this.
There is a big difference between Brad O'Neill and Cruz Leeming. He really tests and challenges players when he jumps out from dummy half.
Chris Kendall has taken a moment here. Ben Thaler will be having a look at this as well. And Ben Thaler has just said to Chris Kendall that it was off the shoulder, so there is mitigation here. Ben Thaler is reviewing this.
At it, but it feels like it's just a penalty. Ben Thaler, usually at one look and it's bump, it's done, isn't it?
I think there's still going to be a yellow card here. Forceful and dangerous, but mitigation. So Jack Hughes is going to the bin here. Well, there were cards when these two met earlier in the season, and there's going to be another one here.
It's off the shoulder, but there is still force in the contact. It's 10 minutes in the bin. That's not enough. That's not enough to take this thing out of it.
Mitigation, but not enough to negate a yellow card.
I honestly think we're just looking for a reason to get him out, and the earlier the better. But it's...
Stay behind.
Listen, it's not a determining factor. That is the point of a yellow and a red now. It's absolutely no reason for a game to deteriorate, and a side that is missing a player or two to fall in a hole.
Well, Lee have got some questions to answer here. Leeming gets the ball away. Hampshire moves it to Havard. He's tackled inside the 10. The Cherry and Whites on the front foot here. Leeming with a dummy. Gets the ball away here to Farrell. Farrell juggles it. Did he lose it? It's collected by Kieran. And the referee, well, he's pulled it back for offside against the Leopards. I think they'll take that decision because they were bust open there with that offload.
And as I said, the fundamental difference between Brad O'Neill and Cruz Leeming is the craft he's got around dummy half. You can see he shows it long side, goes short, and if Liam Farrell is a metre or two further up, he strolls in for the first try of the game.
Well, here come Wigan again. They were held out in the first half against the Giants, but they're knocking on the door early on here. Short pass to Thompson, tackled 5 away. Leigh a player down at the moment. Can they withstand this early pressure? Awful pass collected by Hampshire, picked it up nicely. Had a spell with Leigh a few years ago. All now with Leeming, gets it away to Ellis, finds Havard. Tackle is made, 5 out. The Leigh fans trying to roar on their side from behind the post as Leeming gets it away to Ellis. Another poor pass, and Sember did well to pick that up off his bootlace. And now he has a run forward. December's going for the line, he's going to get there! Junior December picks up the loose pass and slices his way through. What a start for the Warriors. Junior December with the opening try tonight.
What an athlete he is. Picks up that ball, a swerve, a veer, beautiful balance from the young back rower. Put in an 80-minute display against Huddersfield last week. Picks up where he left off. Here's the sin bin. Jack Hughes giving his marching orders. He's going to sit down for the next 10 minutes. It was an ugly pass, wasn't it, from Cade Ellis, who, as you quite rightly said, has been in sensational form. But he just drifts across the defensive line. From the moment the ball hits the floor, he's looking for a little bit of space. And Kai O'Donnell, who's one of the best defenders in the Leigh Leopards team, he just paws at the big man. A great start for the home team.
Lovely pick-up. Adam Kieran right in front of the post then. We'll be hoping to add the extras here. And in fine form off the kicking tee, Adam Kieran. And this, for a player of his quality, should be a formality. Coach looks on, smiles in the Wigan coaching box. Just the start they wanted, taking advantage of the Leopards' ill discipline. Kieran to make it 6 points to 0. Straightforward assignment for Adam Kieran, and he's up to the task. Wigan lead the Leopards by 6 points to 0.
He could go as far as he wants in this game, Junior December. He picks up that ball, accelerates into the gap, powers through. Wonderful athlete. Those big, long, striding legs. And that's a poor attempt of a tackle from Matt Moylan too, at the back of it, but he just can't stop Junior December.
All collected on the restart, so Wigan have the lead here. I think for the Leopards, they just want to negotiate the next 6 minutes or so with a player disadvantage. So Wigan work their way out of the 20. Short pass. Thompson with another big carry in the centre of the pitch. Leeming waits. Here now goes Ellis.
Brutal. Every time they carry that ball, it's like a car crash.
Great offload, and again they're appealing for a forward pass, the Leopards, but Eckersley's flick pass was deemed to be a good one. And now here goes Smith, who moves it wide, looking for Wardle. Wardle trying to get over the top, but he's wrapped up on this near side by Hanley. Great play from the Warriors, and now they stand up the kick. Moylan will come forward. There's no pressure on him. He'll catch it. He thought about the big expensive pass, and he looks up and sees a wall of cherry and white. And once again, he's tackled 10 off his own line.
Yeah, excellent transition from the Wigan Warriors. They place the kick where they want. They chase in a line, present no gaps. There's a big job over on this right side here. For the Leigh Leopards, they've got to control Jake Wardle. As we say, it was a big difference in the last meeting. And that long-range try, of course, against Huddersfield was the difference in that game too.
That pass was dubious. The Leopards will be happy they got away with that one. Here's Lamb, kicks downfield, but Eckersley again will get it on the full. And he's already over the 20, up towards the 30. Good contact, stops him just before the Wigan 30, but defensively they're on top at the moment, Wigan.
There are just some subtleties in Zach Eckersley's game that I'm sure he'll work on. Good charge forward. He's running direct, Zach Eckersley, on those kick returns.
Yes, here's Farrell forward over the halfway line. Wigan looking to try and really put the squeeze on the Leopards early on here. Leeming out a dummy half, goes past one. Wanted support, it wasn't there. Tackle made 30 away, last one. They're going here now to Hampshire, loops it back to Smith. Smith stands, no pressure on the kicker again. Picks his spot near side, and it's knocked on in the end by Marshall, who got up above there, Darnell McIntosh. But Leigh have got to try and start putting some kind of pressure on Harry Smith.
Got to take time and space away from the main kicker. Ryan Hampshire over on that far right side from us, puts it back across the back of the play, the ball to the main kicker. You know that Harry Smith is going to take the bulk of the kicks, and Adrian Lamb would have already spoken about that in the week.
Well, they would have looked at the fact there that Darnell McIntosh never got off the ground for that kick. Had Marshall have taken that in, then it was play on. Leigh have won their last 4. Their last defeat came here on this ground. They've been in good form thereafter, but they've up against it early on here. It's the Warriors who've made the flying start. Pape gets it to Mulhern. Good carry. Can he find the offload? Not quite, but that's good. Post-contact meters from Mulhern. 10 shy of the halfway line. Ball goes back to Moylan. Moylan kicks downfield, and again Eckersley's going to catch that on the full, and Eckersley will get it. Now Lamb comes to close him down and makes the tackle, but once again the Wigan fullback is up and over the 30-metre line.
It is a little bit messy for Leigh on last tackles. The fact that they've got Zach Hardacre on the bench means that if it's not quite working with Jack Hughes, who of course has been in the sin bin, we can rotate, push Matt Moylan into the halves, Zach Hardacre at the back, and just change it up a little bit.
Yep, here goes Ellis again, finds Hampshire, gets it away to Farrell. Farrell slides off one, he's over halfway, and he's going to be wrapped up by Holton, who brings him to the ground. Ball now to Leeming. Here now is Thompson, runs it in. Big carry, finds his front as well. And he's dropped it. Yeah. Well, he won the play of the ball, and he was that excited he forgot to hang on to it.
Well, he bumps off Kai O'Donnell. You and I spoke about how... There you go. Left shoulder tackle. He just doesn't quite get his contact right, Kai O'Donnell, but there's a lot of traffic going towards him. In rugby league, the best way to negate the best player from your opposition is give him too much defence to do. Take some energy out of his tank. Give him that anxiety and uncertainty that everybody's looking at him, everybody's targeted him, and they're going to give him a difficult day's work.
Well, they've not had a lot of ball early on here. They've got another minute or so to go with a player down. Jack Hughes is on the sideline ready to come back on. Pape in at dummy half. Gets it away. Here's Holton. He spilled it. Ball knocked out of his grasp. December gets it away. Eckersley wanted it quickly. Gets it now. Finds Wardle. Wardle's got trouble down the sideline with Marshall. Marshall back to Wardle. And Wigan will score. Leigh's error punished emphatically. Wardle and Marshall linking up down the left. And it's Jake Wardle who's over. Wigan have a second try. They lead by 10 points to 0.
Wow. Wow. Any mistake from the Leigh Leopards is going to be punished tonight. There isn't too much structure to what happens here. It's instinct, availability, appetite to work and put yourself where the action is. We identified Jake Wardle before the game, but the mistake is made, and Sember picks it up, pivots round, finds the fullback, a no-look pass from Zach Eckersley, centre to winger, back to centre. That's pure quality from Wigan's backline. Outstanding stuff.
That lethal left edge of Wigan. Wardle finishes it off. And now Kieran, about 11 in from touch, is looking to convert the Wardle try. And this for 12 points to 0.
Other sides who aren't in the same mentality as the Wigan Warriors would have just been happy with possession. But the back row gets hold of it. He gets a call from his fullback to centre to winger, back to centre. As Jack Hughes Well, it's been a costly 10 minutes, hasn't it?
It has. It'll be getting costlier in a moment or so if Adam Kieran can add the extras here. He's meticulous in getting that ball just how he wants it on the kicking tee. That's the angle he's got. Kieran looking to make it 2 from 2. Pulled it, no good. So it remains 10. Wardle's try, extending the Wigan advantage here. What a player he has been. What a signing he has been for Wigan.
He left Huddersfield Giants, bounced around Jake Wardle that we watch now. He's battle hardened. He's hardened by all those knocks and bumps and bruises that he took on the way to where he is now. But he's the best centre in the game for me at the minute.
Yeah, he's in outstanding form. Here is Abbas-Miski, brings the ball forward. Leigh just haven't been able to land a blow yet. They've come up with a couple of errors.
You made a good point a couple of minutes ago, Mark. The fact that we haven't actually seen the Leigh Leopards anywhere near Wigan's try line with ball in hand. They've not been able to put any pressure or build pressure, as teams talk about. They've been defending in their own line, in their own half.
They have. Ball with Smith, who kicks downfield. Trapped by Moylan. Well, the AFL season starts on Friday, and Matt Moylan could do your job at centre-half. As with a touch like that.
He looks he understandably rusty. Matt Moylan. You can see him just hands on thighs, just bent over.
Here's Charnley. But no look at all.
Move now! Hold.
Yeah, lovely touch. Head up and everything. Looking for the next pass. Moylan, the AFL back Friday night on Sky Sports. There's a ball up towards the 30 here for the Leopards and the 40. Can they get over halfway? Mulhern angles back against the grain. Stop just 5 short of the halfway line. Pape gets it away here to Lamb, who's under pressure from Leeming. Goes high. Miski back pedals, collects on the full. 10 off his own line. Now brings it forward. Well, that's better from the Leopards. They stop Wigan inside their own 20 this time.
Yeah, as we're just coming up to the end of the first quarter. Full complement of men. Full 13 on the field. With 10 points against them on that scoreboard. It's not panic stations just yet. They'll have to try and mentally go back to the approach that they wanted at the start of the game before a ball was kicked.
Wigan have it, working the centre of the field. No real go forward there. Mulhern in at the tackle. Now the ball works to Hampshire, finds Farrell. Wrapped up on halfway. Last one. So Smith stands at first receiver. And again, he's got time to set himself. No pressure at all. The kick turns round McIntosh, who does well to collect it inside his 10. And he now is going to try and launch a counter, and Charlie did well to hang on to that. That was a risky old pass, but if Leigh are going to sit back and let Harry Smith kick them all over the field, then he's going to kick them all over the field.
You're absolutely spot on, and that work has to come from the markers. They have to work hard from the inside. It can't come from the outside. Spaces and opportunities will be there for Wigan, and they'll take them.
Well, Huddersfield didn't give him a second to breathe the other night. Leigh giving him a little bit too much time at the moment. Here is Hughes, fresh from his spell in the sin bin. Last one. Ball fired back to Lamb, goes high. Miski stands and catches inside the 30. Loops the pass to Eckersley. Eckersley puts the brakes on, and Pape will get his man.
They look in relentless mood, Wigan. Defended well. made Leigh Leopards kick from their own 30-metre line. And one of those big forwards that we said they had on the bench, Havard, takes a rest. Tyler Dupree comes on for the Wigan Warriors.
St Salford, huge game to kick off round 21 in the playoff mix. Huddersfield take on a Catalan side stung by that loss in London. Hull KR top of the pile at the moment. They take on Castleford on Sky Sports Plus. Leeds Wigan, Sky Sports Action 2:30. Leigh against Hull on Sky Sports Plus on Sunday, as is London against Warrington.
That's a great charge forward, that. 22 minutes on the clock. Luke Thompson looks full of energy.
Little floated kick over the top. Moylan comes, collects, stands his ground, and goes to ground. It's going to be picked up, but they can't quite drag him over the sideline. Wigan, they are so good at that, keeping the player up in the tackle and getting him into touch.
It's perfect tactics, isn't it? They know exactly where they want to hand that ball over. They make it so difficult for Matt Moylan. His only option is to dive for the floor and not get put into touch.
Yeah, Moylan, they know he's a running threat. They want to try and keep him pending corners, and so far you'd have to say it's Leigh at every turner on the back foot, and the ball, well, it was deemed a 2-on-1 tackle, much to the relief of Lachlan Lamb.
Smith on the 10.
Tyler Dupree just fresh onto the field, ends up with the ball in his grasp, thinks he's entitled to take hold of it. It's a close one, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think he'll think he's done an awful lot wrong there. Or maybe just a finger from Ryan Hampshire on the Leigh player, and that's all it takes, of course. So Leigh finally get something going their way. What can they do with it? They start 40 out. They'll get it away to Hughes. Just moves it on to Holton. And now a penalty here, offside against Wigan. So Leigh starting to get some territory at last.
Well, this, I think, is the first time we've had a look at Leigh anywhere near the try line. The referee gave a really clear call.
It'd be interesting if they could come away here, Baz, with something. I mean, had no ball at this end. All of a sudden, this game takes a completely different complexion.
It's amazing how a player's brain works within a game. They can wipe off those 10 points because they had 12 players on the field and almost put it to one side. You're right, they need a try.
What a carry that was to start the set-off from Penne. Ball inside the 10. Here come the Leopards. Asiata almost got through. Thompson got just enough of him. 5 out centre field, and Asiata felt that. He's slow to his feet. Short pass to Penne, ducks under one and just can't get the ball away. Dupree clamped the ball and stops him. Pape finds Lamb. Lamb gets it away. Miss-out pass was tapped down by Miski. That was dangerous. Miski collects that. Could have been going the other way.
Well, we've seen a number of intercepts, haven't we, over the last few weeks, and you're back Abbas Miski to go 80 metres.
Turnover on the 15 out.
He almost gets to it, doesn't it? I'm just trying to watch the big man, Johnny Asiata, integral to this team. I don't know whether he's clashed and caught a knee.
He's struggling a little bit, isn't he?
Looks like a dead leg or a knee-on-knee clash.
Only played 8 of 21 so far for the Leopards. He'll be moving on to Hull next season. He on his side to be in the playoffs before he leaves. Here's Moylan now, turns it back to Hughes. Hughes with the angle carry, bumps off one. Can he get it over the line? No, he can't. Good effort that, though, from Jack Hughes.
Solid pro, any Jack Hughes, playing out of position. Of course, it looks like his role is a bit of a hybrid. He's running, he's not playing the traditional standoff responsibility role.
No, that could be to his advantage. If he can get a few runs in now and again, he might just break through a tackle or two. Here now come the Leopards. Asiata steps across, finds Lamb. Short pass, Wigan read it, they were waiting there. All 15 away. Here now is Asiata. Gets it away to And Penny again proving a handful. He's certainly given this Wigan pack something to think about. They've got numbers left here, the Leopards. They have got numbers. Can they execute? Moylan, did he run behind his own man? Gets the ball back for Ipape. Thinks about the kick, just dribbles it through. Smith's in the right spot. And Smith collects it.
Yeah. Wigan are too good to put players like that on. Too good at the minute. Had all the possession. Harry Smith, right place at the right time. But again, it's that rushing defence on the edges from Wigan that puts the hesitation into the Leigh Leopards. The skill isn't quite on for the Leopards.
That engineered the opening, but couldn't execute it. The game's just sped up a little bit here. 13 to go to the break. Wigan 10 to the good. Matt Peat looking on. Been a worrying couple of weeks. Who had back-to-back defeats, and then that come from behind win against Huddersfield Giants here on Thursday. As Hampshire now kicks, looking for the 40-20. Charnley will be happy. That ball span backwards, and he collects it over on the far side, and he'll bring it forward. Gets past one.
He does well. I think it's Cruz Leaming he beats with that footwork he has. Such a fierce competitor, Josh Charnley, in every element of the game, every facet. Whenever he's there or thereabouts, he's looking to come out on the better side.
Adrian Lamb looking on. Coach here, of course, with Wigan. Ball short side. Moylan puts himself into the game. He gets it away to Hughes. Hughes flicks it back to Ipape. Ipape now goes past one. Gets the offload away. Oh, it was almost too good to pass. Too much weight on it. It was on, but they didn't take it in. But again, that was more like it from Leigh.
Yeah, broken play for Leigh. That's when they're at their best. They need to make some dints in this defence from Wigan. Nice offload, nice footwork. He was brilliant last week against Castleford Tigers. Another player that scored a breakaway try for his team.
Here's Patrick Mago, 40th successive appearance for the big man. Here's Leaming out of dummy half. Leaming gets it, gives it to Hampshire, finds Eckersley and moves it wide to Miskey. Miskey just put the brakes on, cuts back, gets it away to Farrell. Leigh are appealing for a penalty. Referee's having none of it. Even Liam Farrell seemed a little bit perplexed there.
Nearly give himself up.
He did. Ball on the last. Here now is Mago. Finds Smith. Smith's going to put the kick in behind. McIntosh is hoping this is going to take one more roll, and he was cool, he was calm, and the ball rolls down.
Just a little bit too strong from Harry Smith, but the approach and the delivery just a little bit different. Well, there's a penalty somewhere, so the players feel. He's gone off Asiata.
Yeah, which would signal there is a problem. Brad Dwyer into the action.
I don't mind it because it keeps Edwin Ipape on the field and the broken field running that he has.
Well, here's Moylan, gets it to Halton. This is how Asiata, we think, got injured. He certainly got up from this challenge, and well, you was right, it was knee on knee. Grimace, you could see it. Great spot from the cameras there. And the ball now working down the short side. Here now the ball with Dwyer. 15 away. Last one. Can the Leopards open up their account here at the Brick Community Stadium? Short pass to Moylan. Dribbles a kick. Was it played? That's picked up. I think they're going to be offside here. They're going to be offside, Wigan. They thought they were racing away, but not to be.
Big relief on Luke Thompson's face then. Big relief. That's a long way for a big man to run. Yeah.
You're on the line.
Leigh Leopards put the kick in. And he's offside, Luke Thompson.
Line, back foot.
So a chance here. Pete looking on. Will want his side to keep the Leopards scoreless. If they can do that, it will have been a successful first 40 minutes. If the Leopards can hit back here, it is very much game on. Ipape taking them on in front of the post. Eckersley makes the tackle. Dwyer in at dummy half. Short pass. Penne well met by Thompson. Good defence from the Wigan Warriors front row there. All now with Dwyer's going to try and pinch one. Well, he got one the other end of the field. When they met here 5 weeks ago, he nearly came up with the goods again. Here now is Lamb. Lamb into the line. They race up outside him. This Wigan edge defence is doing overtime at the moment. They're cutting down the Leopards' chances. Last one here. Dwyer, he's got a Pape with him. Dribbles a kick through. It's picked up and Wigan get it back.
Brad Dwyer is what you class as a nuisance, especially a couple of metres away from the opponent's line. Everybody knows he's going to dumb it and have a dart. Everybody knows it's coming. They do their best to guard against it. Tries to dribble it through for a couple of chasing teammates.
Move! Don't go early.
Tough carries here. 3 gone and they're still inside the 20. That's a nice run. Relieves a bit of the immediate pressure here. This is a big 7.5 minutes. Remember, Leigh 5 points outside the top 6 coming into this. Pape puts a shot in on Mago. Last one. Smith inside the 40, thumps downfield. Back there to collect it on the full, and it is collected on the full by McIntosh, who comes back forward, runs at Wardle. Wardle makes the tackle, 30 out from the Leopards line.
That's a drastically different kick return, isn't it? Darnell McIntosh takes it.
That's a knock on. It is.
Is it Amila Hanley?
It's Hanley.
Former Wigan junior, he knows and all, doesn't he? He's got that balance, he's got that footwork. It spews up. There's an arm and a hand in from Thompson and Lehman, but it's up to Hanley to keep hold of that ball.
Well, that's just a good shot, isn't it, defensively? Yeah. Food for thought for the Leopards coaching staff, and for all that good spell of pressure they've had, they cannot afford, you feel, to concede again before the break here, or their task will become far harder. Here now is Smith, drops it back for Kieran, who breaks through. He's gone straight through. Well, that's schoolboy defending from the Leopards, and Adam Kieran will not score an easier try than that. It could be a decisive one. The Leopards' playoff hopes disintegrating before their very eyes here. Missed tackles galore, and Kieran strolls it.
Well, the Wigan Warriors looked like they were in slow motion from that scrum play. We don't see too many scrum plays, and it wasn't an expansive one. Didn't have too much in terms of deception. The mistake from Hanley, hands possession. As you can see, scrum half goes to the short side. He goes back to where all the big men is. And Matt Moylan, again, that's the second occasion. First try that was scored by Junior Nsemba. It was a left shoulder tackle attempt on that one. It was a left shoulder tackle attempt on that occasion too. Disappointing for the Leigh Leopards, but a huge boost for the Wigan Warriors. You made a great point. They pick up points, they go in at half-time. All is not lost. They're almost, the Leigh Leopards, looking at it going, well, we've done okay there. Wigan have thrown a lot at us. We're 10 behind on the scoreboard. Now it's 16, because he'll nudge this one over. And they've failed to post any points at all, the Leopards.
Long spell.
Well, Holton came up with the error that led directly to the Wardle try, and then Hanley comes up with an error that on the very next tackle sees Adam Kieran score under the post. So 2 errors, and it's going to be 10 points onto the scoreboard when Kieran knocks this one over for a 16-0 lead. It's not done yet, far from it, but Leigh have just made their task all the more tougher. And that kind of defending, well, you don't see that too often from the Leopards. Kick is good. Wigan lead by 16 points to 0.
Matt Moylan, at 33 years of age, a world of experience in the NRL, has been an asset to the Leigh Leopards. But I can only think he's injured on that left shoulder. At the very basic attempt to put your body in front of a person like that, there is a bit of a step, there's a bit of a veer. But he's a much better player than that, Matt Moylan.
High restart. Wigan get it back. Here is Dupree. Dupree's picked up.
One.
And then rather placed on the
Go
ground.
early, Brad.
4 to
Wait.
go to the break.
Wait. Go. I need you quicker.
Wigan very much in the ascendancy here. They're going back to the top of the table as it stands.
Two. Wait. Go quicker, mate.
They go to Leeds at the weekend. Great offload. December gets it. He pumps off one as well and skips past another one. He's still going. Look at the footwork. Up towards the halfway line. Biggest cheer of the night.
That's lifted the crowd and his teammates, hasn't it? Terrific work from the big back rower.
Yeah. Here's Farrell on the other side of the field, over the halfway line.
Go early. Wait. Go for.
All now with Leeming. Leeming to Mago. Mago looking to offload as well, but wrapped up eventually on the 40. Last one here.
Edwin. Go early.
They've got to deal with what comes on this last tackle. Leeming to Smith. Smith under a little bit of pressure, gets the kick high, but it's a tester here. Oh, it's allowed to bounce. What are Leigh doing? Eventually they'll knock it dead. Well, Matt Moylan, what on earth had just happened there? He was stood right underneath it, and at the very last minute he stepped away.
He's having a half of rugby league he would want to forget. The kick goes up, and I know there's a challenge from Abbas Miskit. He doesn't look fit to me. Looks like you've gambled on him. You're right, he pulls out.
Well, let's go.
That is his job, to catch those balls on the full.
Yeah.
Be assertive, loud call, and go for it.
Yeah, he's been a fine signing, but not having his finest 40 so far tonight. Still time to put it right, but Wigan, well, they're looking to end the half on a high here. Leeming out of dummy half, finds Mago, has a juggle.
I don't know whether I'd be tempted to go for a drop goal here, mate.
I think they're thinking about a try. They're looking to steamroller Leigh here. Leigh have been playing almost knockout football for a month now, knowing they can't afford many defeats. Is it catching up with them here? Wigan about to put a real dent in the Leopards' hope of making back-to-back playoffs. Back in the Super League. Here's Thompson now. Thompson carts the ball forward. He's within 3 meters of the line. Ball played here. Leeming short, and he's over. The big fella's in. Mago's over. The only question here, did he remember to put the ball down in time? He nearly ran off the end of the field.
Just confirming he doesn't go down.
Chris Kendall says it's a try. We're checking the grounding. Patrick Mago, as he added more woe for the Leopards.
We have a live call on field of a try. We just want to make sure he stays in the field of play. He's going to have to take this nice and steady. He's in the field of play at this point. He's still in the field of play. He's still in the field of play, and the ball appears to be down correctly there. I'm just going to camera one to make sure that is the case. He stays in possession of the ball, and it is grounded. Thank you, I've now made my decision.
He's never in doubt, the big man. He's got a big smile on his face.
He was the biggest grin in the world, hasn't he?
He was looking for someone to tackle him. There was nobody there. Mago. Well, the Leopards are in huge, huge trouble here. And Wigan, after an indifferent couple of weeks, are right back on song. No field, no French. No problem for the Warriors tonight.
He loves it, Patrick Mago. Crowd favourite. Popular member amongst the squad. A big man to handle, in it, all thick around the midsection, big legs, big thighs, and then all the action out the back. And I have to say, I've always been an admirer of Cruz Leeming. The craft he's got around the play of the ball, he jumps out, he's got speed, and Patrick Mago glides into the hole because he places him in the hole. Cruz Leeming. My mind was going back, I don't know whether it was 2013 or 2017 when Sonny Bill Williams did something similar, didn't he?
In the World Cup.
Yeah, World Cup.
He slipped over the goal line, didn't he?
Yeah, was it 13?
Not sure. Where's Procker's when
he's not here, he's at home, isn't he?
Yeah. Kieran then, looking to add another 2. What a half this has been from the Wigan Warriors. Well, they suffered back-to-back defeats against Hull and Warrington. They were a little bit scratchy against Huddersfield on Thursday, but there's been nothing scratchy about this Wigan performance. They've been dominant, really, from the very first whistle. 4 tries they've run in, and the half-time siren will come in the nick of time for the Leopards, who've got a big second-half performance to find here. But Mago's try right at the end of the half means that Matt Peate's side will go into the dressing rooms in a very, very good frame of mind. 22 points to nil they lead, courtesy of tries from December, Wardle, Kidd.
Would be to keep the focus, keep the level and standard that they played that 40 minutes with. Not have half a mind on what's coming up on Saturday at Headingley. And then for Leigh,
Matty
disappointing, very disappointing.
Pass. Here we go then. Leigh, a couple of defensive frailties exposed in that first half.
You can't win any game without defending well. And there was a number of poor efforts. Not just a couple of people. Right across the board, Leigh Leopards look way off where they were last week against Cass.
Here goes the try scorer, Mago. Zach Hardacre into the action for the Leopards. He's waiting at fullback now. We raised the question about Matt Moylan. Was he fully fit? And I think we've got our answer. Barry's gone off at half-time.
Yeah. You have to take your hat off to any player that plays the game of rugby league, whether he's 100% fit or less. And it looks like Matt Moylan, on a number of occasions, it was blatantly obvious to everybody. Zach Hardacre, of course, spent some time at Wigan during his career.
You can see why the Leopards have gambled, and as you said, credit to Matt for putting his hand up and having a go, but it just didn't look right for him tonight, and hopefully it's nothing long-term.
Players take those risks nearly every week, don't they? They'll have a little knock or a bump. We see John Asiata's on the sideline. Hopefully he gets back out for the Leopards. If it's a dead leg, which we think it is, they stop your range, they stop you when you're walking. You're not as normal, if I can put it like that.
Going up the middle, the offload was on again, but again he doesn't find his target. He's claiming that ball was knocked on. I think it went backwards if it did touch a Wigan hand, but that's twice that Pape's got through a tackle, and twice he's found a Wigan player.
He did have defenders in the way, but if you're a Leigh Leopards player, you're going to follow Edwin Apape. You know he's going to beat the first defender. There's Asiata for the Leigh Leopards. You know he's going to beat the first defender. You know he's got an offload in his game, and it might be one of those tight offloads that just breaks up the Wigan Warriors defence.
Ball here with Smith. December carries. He's chopped down. Great tackle from Penny around the bootlaces. Ball now comes forward. Mago. What a turnaround it's been for Patrick Mago. It looked like he was on his way out of Wigan, but out of nowhere he's become a firm part of this team. As almost through the middle was Thompson, and that will be the turnover. They went for it on the power play, and Leigh, hang on. What do you think the word would have been in that dressing room at half-time? Is it just a simple, look, let's get the first try, see where it takes us for the Leopards?
I suspect it's we can't play as bad as we played in that first half. Doing the basics really well, doing the small things within a game will take you far. It won't always give you the result, but it'll give you a better performance from what those Leigh fans who've travelled across to watch their charges witnessed in the first 40.
There's not been too many disappointing Leopards days over the last 2 or 3 years. Here's O'Donnell, goes straight through. Now has he got any support? Lamb's trying to get with him. Lamb's done a great job to get free. Great cover tackle. Lamb going for the line as he slid over. Close. Referee's going to check this. Did Lachlan Lamb touch the whitewash? If he did, then the Leopards are right back in the contest. It was a great break from O'Donnell. Lachlan Lamb clearly not happy with something that went on in that challenge. There's a bit of pushing and shoving as the neighbours get reacquainted on the try line.
Talk about maximum effort. Kai O'Donnell makes the break, goes right back against the grain, at the back of the play, the ball finds some space, and then the support play from Lachlan Lamb. The referee's giving it as a try.
He maintains possession, and it's all part of the slide. Please, no double movement.
So first of all, we need to make sure that he does continue to slide over, which I think you can see on this live. It's all one movement, and he carries on over. So if I go into camera 2, we can ensure that he keeps possession of the ball. It is in his right hand. And from that, it's still on his right hand. And if I just go on, I'm going to go and have a look at camera 1. I don't think I'm going to pick anything up from camera 1. So flip back to camera 2. And I think camera 2 clearly shows that the ball is at that point on the ground. Thank you, I've now made my decision.
So Ben Thaler had a look. Chris Kendall was right on the spot. He said try on the field, and Lachlan Lamb, I think, deserves a great deal of credit, not only for getting in support, but how he got in support. He had to run through a body of Wigan defenders, and he found it, and O'Donnell found him, and that is a lifeline that the Leopards needed.
Sensational effort from those two players. Kai O'Donnell with the break, Lachlan Lamb to keep his balance, keep his legs, work his way by hook or by crook to the line. For the Leigh Leopards to get back into this game, senior players need to step up, and those two just have.
Darnell McIntosh adds the extras. First 6 points in the second half go the way of the Leopards. But what a run this was, not only from O'Donnell, but from the try scorer as well.
Well, Patrick Mago, we compliment him with the ball in hand, but Lachlan Lamb starts on the left, drifts over to the right side of Kai O'Donnell. He covers probably 30 metres before he gets the ball, and then he has another 10 or 15, brushes off Marshall, rides the challenge of the centre, Kieran, and that's just what they needed, isn't it?
Just what the game needed, a response from the Leopards. Well, as you said at half-time, I don't think it could have been much worse in that first 40 minutes. Well, they've come out firing here. If they can get the next points, then all of a sudden the contest is right back in the mixer. Coach looking on, will be a little bit happier than he was at half-time. Well, he knows these players well. He knows what they're capable of, though. No mad panic in that dressing room. As here goes a Pape, taking it up the middle. Matt Peake with a little bit more food for thought. Good running Pape as well.
We don't know what was said at half-time. We're only guessing. You assume, don't they? Brad Dwyer having a look round the play of the ball.
Almost through. He had Mulhern with him, and the ball now is away to Pape. Oh, this time he offloads back. It's collected here, picked up by Penne. He doesn't need a second invitation. They're on a roll here, the Leopards. Now they've got one more tackle left. Here's Lamb. Lamb fires it wide. Oh, the kick over the top. Wow.
Oh dear, Yamila Hanley hoofs it into that back stand, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm going to finish my point. We assumed that he'd give everybody a rollicking, give them all the rounds of the kitchen, but sometimes it might be, look boys, let's just play. Offload the ball, run hard, look for space, chase the ball.
Wait, go.
Sometimes you can get more from the carrot than the stick.
Yeah, and often the opponent with nothing to lose becomes a dangerous one, and that might be the case here. Certainly more go forward, but that's a better run. December fighting them off. It's getting a bit spiky now. They're starting to get stuck into each other early on. Mago will carry over halfway. He's wrapped up. Three-player tackle. 2 remaining in the set. Ball now with Leeming, gets it away. Hampshire turns it back for Farrell. Farrell goes through half a gap, finds an offload to Smith. Smith shovels the ball wide. Here now is Wardle. Wardle wrapped up, taking the ground, 30 away. Plays the ball now, short side. Smith hoists it high. They're going through the middle with Eckersley. Hardacre underneath it. And now he might earn a penalty. They're offside, Wigan. So an easy out here for the Leopards, just what they wanted.
Well, the two Zach Hardacre does really well to take that ball under pressure, but prior to that, Zach Eckersley called offside by the referee. You can see clearly in front of Harry Smith when that kick goes up. Just can't resist having a little go at the veteran. Patrick Mago been rotated. He looked tired in defence.
Good start to the set for the Leopards. They're towards halfway. Good shot goes in though from Wigan. Dupree was in there.
Wait. Go to. Nice and quick.
Ball works its way to Ipape now. Finds Lamb. Lamb gets it away. Here's Leotelli. Leotelli slicing his way forward. Needs to stay in the field of play and does. Charlie just grabbed hold of his leg to make sure nothing went untoward there. Ball back to Lamb. Here's Mulhern. They're inside the 40. Good carry, Mulhern. Still got 2 tackles left in this set. Dwyer gets it away here to Ipape. Short pass to Penne. 20 away now. Last tackle incoming here. Ball right in front of centre. Lamb spins off to this near side. Gets his hands on it now. Rolls the kick. Miski needs to collect it and does collect it. What's the Leopards chase like? Dwyer gets his man. Risky pass to Smith. He gets it wide towards Marshall. Marshall cuts back in, tries to weave his way forward, and eventually the tackle made 15 out, but it's a quick play of the ball, and Miski's already over the 20. Good work from Marshall and Miski.
The pace of this game for the second half. Both teams trying to go through the gears. You would have had no idea that the Leigh Leopards have put in the first 40 minutes with the way that they've approached the second half.
Leeming gets it away. Harvey Hill into the action. Smith gets it away to Eckersley. Lovely pass to Wardle. Here's Marshall. Marshall's got support on the inside. Marshall doesn't pass it. Doesn't pass. Went it alone, the Super League top try scorer. And he might just have left one on the field there. Last tackle.
Eckersley was screaming for it.
Well, they're coming to this near side now. Havard has it. Havard offers the dummy, goes to ground. Well, they'd want those last 2 tackles back, I think, Wigan. And Liam Marshall, who so often is the provider, didn't pass.
You can see the fullback working really hard on the inside. Cruz Leeman is there. It's a difficult pass to Leeman and Hampshire.
You normally see him kick it quite a lot in that position.
Yeah, but it's the Warriors who look a little bit ragged in attack. Fullback Ethan Havard ends up with it last play, doesn't know what to do with it, just takes the tackle.
Here's Ipape. This is where Wigan can re-establish their authority here. They can put in a big defensive set.
And it is a good point, that, Mark. Wigan gain confidence. They enjoy defending. Most teams try and do something positive in attack to try and change the momentum of a game. Well, Wigan
are they going to gamble? They're going to gamble. They're going for the 40-20 here. If this kick gets a kick forward, oh, it didn't. It didn't. He got a nice bounce for Eckersley, who was breathing a sigh of relief when he got there, and he's crunched in the tackle. Good kick chase from the Leopards.
Breathing all right. He's run all over this field in the last 90 seconds or so. Thought he was in for a try off Marshall.
Here is Marshall, brings it forward again. Leeming out of dummy half, gets it away. Miski with a carry, his second of the set on the 40. What a different second half we've seen here. Much more of a contest. Leopards not done yet. Wigan would like, you feel, another score at least. Ball with Leeming, gets it away. Ellis up the middle. He gets a late offload away, finds Hampshire. Hampshire tries to wrestle one off. He's put to the ground just over the 40-metre line. Ball now to Smith. Smith will go high. Hardacre backpedals, sets himself, looks calm and collected at the back. Then goes past one, almost gets past 2. December just got enough of him to get him onto the ground.
Zach Hardacre come off the bench, playing at fullback. Can play anywhere in the back division for Leigh.
Short pass here. Davis off the bench.
Third.
Valuable meters. Well, this is the pace and intensity that I was expecting in the first half. Well, we're getting it now. Lamb short pass. Charnley almost through the tackle, fighting for every metre, and he'll get another 5 or 6 post-contact metres. Ball now centre field. Here's a Pape, bit of a long furrow, but he'll look to get the offload away. Finds Dwyer. Dwyer now thinks about the big miss out pass, gets it out wide towards McIntosh. He flicks it back to Hughes. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters have arrived here at the Brick Community Stadium. Mulhern now over the 40 he goes. Last one. The Leopards are chancing their arm a little bit. Pape gets it to Lamb. Lamb goes high. Charnley will chase down Miskey. Miskey collects it. He's tackled 12 off his line. We've got a game on.
Oh, it's like night and day, isn't it? Those kicks go up, the chase is good. Abbas Miskey under pressure. And you're right, the first 40 minutes, Leigh Leopards were in scramble mode because of the early sin bin to Jack Hughes. In the second half, it's a much tighter contest. Penalty given away by Leigh Leopards.
Yeah, they could have done without that. Midway through the tackle count, Matt Moylan there with his tracksuit on. I think it's fair to say we've seen him done for the night. Not at his best first half, but I think it's clear to say he was playing busted, and credit to him for that.
Liam Marshall, as I said, fights so hard and competes for everything, earns his side a penalty. I didn't think the yellow card was a yellow card, and I wonder what kind of game we'd have had from the start if we'd have let the players decide.
Well, the yellow card doesn't necessarily mean you concede 2 tries. And another penalty here. Now this is 35 yards out.
Gone early.
Could take the 2.
Offside.
Yeah, I think
They're going to do.
I think Harry Smith taking control, says we'll kick to the corner, put some pressure.
10 metres.
They don't necessarily need to score in this set of 6, but some repeat possession, building pressure, taking some energy away from Leigh, who've come out energised.
Every tackle down this end of the field is a step nearer Wigan winning this match. And here they come now, flooding forward. They would like that comfort blanket to re-establish that 4-score lead. Leigh gleaming in at dummy half. Gets it away to Smith. Smith back for Farrell. Farrell runs in. He's going to be wrapped up. No chance of an offload. They're setting up play here. They've got options both sides of the post. They come into the right-hand side now. Short pass. There's no second phase. Trying to power his way to the line. Havard wraps up a metre out from the whitewash. Leeming swings it away to Smith. Smith takes it into the line, finds Hampshire. Short pass, almost through the line there, but dragged down a couple of metres away. Last one. Ball now dribbled in. It's a great kick. There's a chance here. They're in! Harvey Hill has got it down, but did he get it down? Didn't look the cleanest put down. What does Chris Kendall think? Is this a huge moment? He says try on the field as Hill opened up a big lead for the Warriors.
Tackle 5, we have a try on field. We can just check the onside offside first. Pause on the foot is onside, so we're now going to go through into the grounding. Challenging for the ball, that's fine, there's no issue with them both there. His feet are in the field of play, his hand is on the ball, and the ball is grounded. Thank you, I've now made my decision.
Harvey Hill, right place, right time, re-establishes a 20-point lead. And Harvey Hill reacting to the Cruz Leeming kick. And Cruz Leeming sets up the try that puts big breathing space between the Warriors and the Leopards.
Well, Harvey Hill knows exactly what's coming from dummy half. Cruz Leeming with all that skill and scheming. Harvey Hill originally is pushing up for a short pass, keeps moving, bustles his way through, and the former Hensingham amateur all the way up in Cumbria will be delighted with 4 points. And all that optimism is just starting to leak away for the Leopards.
Penalties, wasn't it? Back-to-back penalties invited Wigan in. And they look in the mood tonight, Wigan, when they've had chances of taking them. Kieran will go through the usual process here. He's 3 from 4. This should be as straightforward as they come. And this to make it 28 points to 6. No mistake from Kieran, and Wigan back in control of this match.
A nicely worked try from dummy half. Cruz leaving. When he gets a fast ruck, when he gets a fast play the ball, as he has done for the majority of this game, he's got time and space to weigh up the options, see what's available to him. If Leigh want to wrestle the way back into this game, they have to control the first 3 tackles. They have to work hard from marker, put pressure on those ball carriers as they did in the first 10 or so minutes of the second half.
One. Move in! 10 metres.
Can't afford to clock off.
Good 10.
Leeming gets it away. Havard will run it forward.
Move, Jack! Wait.
What's coming up then for the Wigan Warriors? Well, they will go to Leeds. Then they've got St Helens at the Magic Weekend. What a weekend that will be. Just a fortnight away now, the Magic Weekend. Hull, then Catalans and Hull KR. So some big clashes to come for the Warriors in the next month. We're into the home straight now, round 21 at the weekend. And Wigan will be back top of the pile tonight, barring a remarkable turnaround for the Leopards. Well, they've got Hull at home at the weekend, then Salford. You would argue that is a must-win game for them. London to follow that, then Warrington and Castleford. And their final 2, Hull KR and St Helens. So Leigh would argue their destiny's not quite out of their own hands just yet.
No. And even if they aren't looking at top 6, they can be kingmakers, can't they? They can decide. Because let's not forget, they come into this game off the back of 5 impressive wins. Penalty given to the Leopards. Tackle technique all wrong.
Farrell. I think Josh Charnley got up and had a word with Adam Kieran then. I think Adam Kieran might have been an innocent party in that little episode. Leigh have it back then. It's over a quarter of this game to go. A Pape back in at dummy half, gets it away. So Dwyer's gone off the field again. So a short stint for him. John Asiata back into the mix. Here then goes Holton, he's wrapped up.
I feel like they need a defender. They need somebody to control that ruck, slow to play the ball down. And the decision by Matt Peet to go with big men on the bench.
Oh, what a run from Lamb. Lamb, does he need to support the in and out? Oh, he passed it to the wrong man. He passed it to the wrong player. What a move it was. The shake of the hips. But the pass went to the Wigan winger.
Oh, no.
Well, they've been calling goal here.
Well, the Leigh Leopards managed to get the captain, Liam Farrell, over that line. But 6 points goes begging. Lachlan Lamb does ever so well. Evades Farrell, almost beats the fullback. And it was a beautiful offload just to the wrong team.
10 seconds.
Miskey.
I wonder whether he got a call then, you know.
I think he did.
Whenever I see a clean pass like that, I think skullduggery.
What a good run it was, though, from Lachlan Lamb. His future very much up in the air, it seems, at the moment. Will he be a Leopard in 2025? A Pape waits at dummy half.
Slow up. Go on.
Adrian Lamb looks on. Is there a remarkable turnaround here, or will the wait for a Leigh win at Wigan go on? 1983, the last time they won.
You've got to be quicker.
Ball misses out to Leotelli, bats it on forward, says the referee to Charnley.
Johnny,
Thoughts on that one?
it didn't look from where we are on the gantry, but referee in the best place to judge. Johnny Asiata has come back onto the field for Brad Dwyer.
Tight, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Passed it on the line, caught it on the line.
I'd say so, yeah. I think they're unlucky that.
Well, Josh Charnley's not happy. He's chasing down Danny Maguire. for second on the all-time Super League try-scoring list.
Well, as I say, I think he definitely gave one away last week, dropped the ball with the line at his mercy, and he could have got another one. He scored plenty. I don't feel sorry for him, Mark.
Just to put it into context, as great a career as Josh has had, Billy Boston, 478 tries.
Unbelievable.
Got a while to go yet, haven't they?
Yeah, unbelievable. What a player.
Josh Charlie, I think barring those couple of years out of the game, where would he be? And he's not done yet either.
What a man he was, Billy Boston.
Yeah, smiles all round.
Used to own a local watering hole near Central Park, so I've had many a quiet pint with the great man.
Quiet pint?
Well, they started quiet anyway. They got louder as I went on.
Ball over the halfway line. Wigan have it. Last one. Smith again with time. Just kicked straight to Hardacre, who collected on the 10. A few boos for the former Wigan man. I think he's used to that by now, Zach.
He thrives on it, doesn't it? There aren't many weeks that go by that he's not playing against somebody he used to play for. He was at Castleford last week, got the same last week.
Here is Charnley. Tries to hold off Hampshire and does. Then Havard adds his weight to it, but it's a good carry from Charnley. That's a quick play of the ball. Here now is Leotelli. He takes it over the 40. Well, Lee, if they are going to turn this around, need something quickly. They're over halfway. And the ball now inside the Wigan half, and Ipape now goes forward. Still a couple left in this set.
Oh, what a shame.
Well, he's tried really hard, Edwin Ipape.
Yeah, he's one player. Yeah, he's one player you can never accuse of not putting 100% effort in. He's just got the ball. He's looking for that offload again, isn't it? Zach Hardacre at fullback.
Stay responsive in these rocks on the line, boys.
Might do a lot worse than following him wherever he goes.
Let's go, pat down.
You need a good engine to play fullback in the modern game. You're going from side to side to side. 10k, 12k running, often to not get the ball.
Look, they clearly took a gamble on Moylan, and coaches quite often make decisions that we don't know about week in, week out. That they took a risk tonight and it didn't work out.
No. And most players will. Most players, if they get the call, they'll say yes. That's why they're a special breed, a special type of individual.
Well, Matt Moylan is stood in the tunnel. We understand he's got some ice under his shirt, so whether it's a stomach or a rib injury, I'm sure we'll find out more after the game. Lee'll certainly be hoping it's nothing long term. Last one for Wigan then. Going top of the pile. Smith arrows the kick downfield. Hardacre lets it hit his knees and then he brings it forward. And the boos start again.
The last 2-3 occasions that Wigan have got to the end of the set, they've placed the ball by a kick into the path of Zach Hardacre. They seem happy in what we term the grind, completing sets, kicking long, chasing hard. They've got 28 points on the scoreboard. They don't need to score again. The goal will be to prevent Leigh Leopards scoring again.
Well, look, it's that tight at the top. Obviously, Wigan go 2 points clear now, but points difference could well have an impact at the end of this season, so it might not necessarily be scoring, but you want to keep them out as well as Trout goes forward. Trout's still going forward. Are they going to tackle him? He gets the ball away. Tackle is half made. They're inside the 20, offloaded back on the ground. Here the ball comes back now to Davis, gets it away. Land fires it wide to Leotelli. Leotelli going down the sideline, kicks for Charnley. Charnley's after Miskey. Miskey beats him to it, and Miskey grounds it in goal. That will be a goal line dropout. Once again, Lee, when they click into gear, they just look a completely different team.
It's the unstructured. It's the offloads. It's players showing a bit of enthusiasm to get back in. He rides a tackle, doesn't it? He's looking for somebody to pass to, ends up in acres of space. They'll get another look at this try line.
They will. Matt Pete looks on. Mentioned points difference could well be crucial. So you don't want to be conceding any points unnecessarily. But Leigh look in the mood here to add to their one try. Here is Trout again. This time he is wrapped up. 13 minutes remaining here. Here's Asiata, finds Lamb, short pass to Hardacre, holds on to it. Felt it wasn't worth the risk, will go to ground 15 away. The Leopards will still believe they can win this game, but it's going to take something very special here as Davis sets up play. Towards the 10 he goes. 2 tackles remaining in the set. At Pape in at dummy half. Lamb again peels off to the right. Asiata finds Lamb. Ball over the top. They're going to score. They are in. Flying finish. All about the grounding for Darnell McIntosh. Chris Kendall's going to hand it up. McIntosh has hurt himself trying to get this ball down. The pass was right on the money. The only question remaining, does Darnell McIntosh get it down? The referee thinks he does. It could be another flying Super League finish.
So we have a live call on field of the try. Going nice and slow on this. And we just need to go back to ensure that the ball stays in his hand. His feet aren't the issue, it's if the ball stays in his hand. And let me just go to camera 2, see if this shows us anything. No, it doesn't. So I'm going to go back to camera 1, because as you can see here, there is clear separation at that point, and he doesn't regather the ball, and he can't regather the ball by doing that as the catch hold regrip, and he doesn't, so the ball comes out at that point. There is no catch hold and regrip, and therefore the ball is not grounded. Thank you, I've now made my decision.
What a shame.
That is a shame for Darnell McIntosh. He did everything but score. Oh, he won that one back again. Ben Thurlaseni, he lost the ball and didn't regrip it. No try. And that might just do it for the Leopards tonight.
Well, it was nice, wasn't it? As you've said a couple of times, when it clicks for the Leigh Leopards, you can see what he's thinking here. He's trying to avoid Harry Smith. What a wonderful tackle from him, by the way.
It comes away
Just does enough to make sure it comes away from the grip and grasp of Darnell McIntosh. He's trying to avoid the defender. He's maybe a bit too high. And players will practice and practice and practice that skill. But as we know, each one, every single one of them is different.
So a bit of a reprieve for Wigan there defensively, although they'd argue the scramble saved the try, didn't it? It looked a certain score in the corner. The ball was a wonderful pass over the top, and now it's Wigan throwing a bit of shape. What can they produce in the last 10 minutes? Well, they're the side that's got the most tries in Super League in the last 10, so we know they go right to the last whistle, right to the final hooter. And we're inside that final knockings now.
Held! 5. Go, 5.
Last one. Ball with Smith again. Again, he's got time. Again, he sends it high. McIntosh collects it, and he'll be wrapped up 12 off his own line.
Stand!
I think that's one thing that, when they look at this game back, Barry, the lack of pressure they've been able to get to Harry Smith, and Smith's too good to be given so much time.
They look like they've been in scramble mode, don't they? They've had periods where they've strung a few sets together. They've had some offloads. They've got players like Edwin Apape who can cause trouble from anywhere on the field. Just not enough, is there?
He's some competitor though, isn't he, Apape? Games coming up then. That St Helens Salford game on Thursday night. A huge start to the week. Hull KR take on Castleford Friday. That's on Sky Sports Plus. Leeds Wigan Saturday, 2:30 Sky Sports action. And then we round off the round. Leigh Hull and London Warrington on Sky Sports Plus. It launches this weekend. What a game that is on Thursday though, Barry. St Helens Salford, two teams right in the mix.
There's something on every game, isn't there? Salford are a real surprise package. Saints, it's a surprise to see where they are and what they're having to go through. It's a fascinating game in prospect. I said at half-time, I'd be interested to see what the attitude of Wigan would be. Would they close the game out? Would they be professional enough to maintain those standards? And there was always going to be a reaction at half-time from the Leopards.
Poor pass there, though, over the sideline. Abasmiski looks on.
Ryan Hampshire throws that ball into touch.
Middle. The turnover.
Timing just not quite on.
It's been a little bit of a lean period for Abasmiski. One try in his last 10, and with passes like that, he's not going to add to it tonight.
No. No, disappointment from Matt Pete. They challenged his players at half-time. Let me see what you can do. Let me see what you can do when the scoreboard isn't the gauge that we use to see whether we've done well or not.
Yeah, well, I'd be very pleased with that first 40 minutes, no mistake about that. Hardacre in at dummy half, picks up and scoops, goes forward, looking to get to an edge, drops the ball back on the angle here. Ball carried forward, short pass, almost through the gap. There was Trout, finds an offload, gets it back to Asiata, finds Leotelli. He's having to swerve past the bodies on the ground there, Leotelli. Again, the Leopards, just when they find their passes, there's a ball now with Penne takes it forward. He's tackled inside the 30. Could be yet late consolation points here. Asiata with a big step, wrapped up by Havard. Last one about to be played, 20 metres away. Davis at dummy half, finds Lachlan Lamb. Lamb right into the teeth of the line. A bone-crunching tackle from Kieran on O'Donnell. And thou shall not pass.
Defensively, Wigan have been spot on, haven't they? They've shut down most of what the Leopards have had to throw at them. Offloads have caused them problems.
They have.
One. Move, John! Aaron,
ball
Frank
12 off the line.
Oh, go on.
Can the Warriors add to their lead?
Move. Here, Jack. Matt, wait.
Kieran
line.
On the 20. Cruz Leeming's had a big game tonight. Jake Wardle.
He's had a lot to play off Cruz Leeming though. Ruck speed has been in the favour of the home team. He's been able to get out, show that deception. He's always scheming, Cruz Leeming.
It's only his third start of the season as well. It's worth bearing in mind. He's got to get up to 80-minute fitness again, hasn't he?
Yeah, they like Brad Dwyer at the start. He's a tough nut, Brad Dwyer. Plays the game hard and uncompromising. They like Cruz Leeming to come on and just mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, Leeming with that bad injury to Brad O'Neill. We hope he gets a speedy recovery, but we know these things take a lot of time. So Leeming has the shirt at the moment. As the ball played by the Leopards.
Two. Movement! Patrick back! Wait, go two. Third. Ryan off the ball! Back. Go three. Tyler!
Here's Leotelli looking to try and poach some metres. Gets it away. Nice pass, finds Lamb. Lamb weaving his way forward, looking for some support runners. He's still going. Lachlan Lamb has to cut back and find some teammates in a black jumper. Aaron Penne will go forward. He's tackled 30 away. We'll play the ball now. Here they go forward. Trout carries again. He's had a big second spell back on the field. Last one. We'll play it slowly. Davis finds Asiata, finds Lamb. Lamb gets it away. Ball here in the hands of Hanley. Was that touched by a Wigan player? No, it wasn't. It's still the last tackle. Hardacre collects it now. And now it's a set restart. Chris Kendall got the call there quite clearly. There's a Wigan player down on the far side. Is that Harry Smith that's down? Referee stopped the game here. I think it is Harry Smith, isn't it? It is.
Again, it come from offloads, didn't it? Harry Smith getting some attention now. Coming to the last 5 minutes of the game. Talk about players playing injured. Asiata doesn't look like he's running freely since he banged and clashed knees. One of the reasons he had to come off.
Referee just waiting for the medics to do what they need to do with Harry Smith. Hopefully he'll be okay.
I don't think you'd take any chances, would you? Just get him off.
Well, he's sat up now, which is a good thing.
Big game at Headingley for Wigan.
Let's have a look how this happened. Is it a bit of friendly fire? No, just, ooh, well, that won't have helped. I don't think he got his head in the right position anyway, and then Sam Walters fell on him.
Well, there's the reason Leigh Leopards got 6 more tackles.
It doesn't matter. I've had to stop the game because he
I think Sam Walters, 6'7" of him.
Is he a green card then, yeah? Is that what you're going to do? Take a green card, it's only 2 minutes.
The referee's going to give him a green card because he stayed down.
Yeah.
I don't mind that when players are play act. I don't think he is.
No, not at all.
No,
not at all.
But I don't mind that. Let's keep that.
Well, we had 2 at London last weekend. The Broncos had 2 players green carded.
I don't like it when players stay down. Call them out, get them off.
Well, waiting for Harry Smith to leave the field. Hardacre waiting to play it. Is there a consolation?
Time back on 0. Back on in 5 minutes.
For the Leopards? We'll get Barry's player of the match in a moment. As the ball on the ground, it was played backwards. Here's Trout again. Trout taken off his feet. And the ball now with the Leopards. Penne takes it forward. He's slammed into the ground. Good shot from Dupree. Moving it to this near side. Lamb in motion. Short pass to Hardacre. Just had to pull the brakes on. Farrell is there to upend his former teammate and put him to the turf. Ball loops its way to Asiata. Trout will straighten things up here. Tries to wrestle one off. Can't get the arm free. Ball now works its way infield. Asiata gets it to Lamb again. Lamb with the ball out wide here to Hanley. Hanley going for the line. Can he get it over the line? No, he can't. And he's pulled back into the field of play. Referee says he's held up. 1 more to go here for the Leopards.
Tackle 5 out there.
Hasn't been as impressive with the ball. What Matt Peake will be delighted with the attitude and effort of his team without the ball.
Wait. Okay, let's go.
A number of occasions, line has been broken. And even though...
Well, a real mess at the play of the ball, and that will be the turnover. Right, Barry McDermott, we need your Betfred player of the match. Who are you going for?
Well, there has been some good performances. It's been a good team performance in general from the Wigan Warriors, but the man who stood out to me over and above anybody else is Cruz Leeming. Had a hand in a number of tries. He's got a rare start. He's going to get a rare 80 minutes under his belt as a Wigan Warriors player, but as you quite rightly say, he's got that job for as long as he's got it, and he started in great fashion this evening.
Yeah, don't forget he's been out a while as well, so his fitness will be building by the week. Ball's come free here though, and it's picked up by the Leopards, and now they'll look to launch a counter here. O'Donnell slicing his way through, gets the ball away here to Davis. He's chopped down 30 metres out. Less than 3 remaining here. Leotelli jumps in at dummy half. Side foot's past 1. Knocked down 20 away. 28 points to 6. Their wait for a win in Wigan goes on. 1983 since they beat Wigan at Wigan. Davis wrapped up. Asiata in at dummy half. Fires it now to Trout. Finds Lachlan Lamb. Ball on the angle to O'Donnell. O'Donnell upended into the turf.
Great defence from Tyler Dupree.
It was. They're trying to barge their way over with Trout. Trout going for the line. He's held up. Last one. All fired. It's not the best pass. It'll work its all the way through to Hanley. Hanley gets it away to Hardacre, who's on his own. He's going to have to kick. Kicks through. Gets past one. Ball fumbled on the ground but went backwards, and Wigan get it back.
Tremendous defence from Wigan. There's some exhausted players out on that field, but not at any point do they want to let the teammate at the side of them down, even when it's a staggered line and it's not perfect. Throwing the bodies in front of the Leigh Leopards has been the key to the defensive success tonight. 22-0 at half-time, so 6-6 in the second half, but defence on top for the Wigan Warriors.
Yeah, you go back to those errors from Holton and from Hanley that led directly to tries in that first half, and that's really where the damage was done by the Warriors. Comprehensive lead at half-time, and you mentioned it, they don't mind defending, they enjoy it, and they're happy to soak up the pressure that Leigh did offer. They got that try back through Lachlan Lamb at the start of the second half, but Harry Smith has kicked when and where he's wanted to. And the ball now coming back. 30 seconds left. This result, well, it leaves the Leopards' playoff hopes hanging by a thread. Well, I think they've lost the ball here, so...
Passed it after his arm hit the ground.
Want to take a shot, they can do. But the Leopards' playoff hopes now, well, they're 5 outside the top 6. Hull, Salford, London. You feel they've got to win those next 3. The countdown is on, though, and it's a countdown that will mean Wigan are back to the top of the Super League table. Frustration for Adrian Lamb. A job well done for the Wigan Warriors. Matt Peate's side bouncing back after back-to-back defeats. They pick up 2 home wins. They go to Leeds at the weekend, hoping to consolidate their place at the top of the pile. It smiles all round from those in cherry and white. The damage done in the first half. 28